Another year means another Call of Duty title, and Activision has once again put out a new game in their colossal shooter franchise, despite the general economic struggle of the average gamer during a worldwide pandemic. Coming off the heels of the hugely popular Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, they gained over $1 billion in initial revenue and over $500 million in microtransactions from its over 75 million players. Call of Duty 2020 has huge boots to fill. Is it a shameless yearly cash grab or something worth your purchase? Let's find out.
Player's perspective, y'all should check this. We review games, that's our objective.
Big PP, small PP, these people need thee. Should you get this game only with our guarantee? Check with us before your shopping spree.
Valued critique and criticism without any bias or favoritism. Hey yo, this PP ain't no micro. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Player's Perspective, our game review series. This episode will be a dive into the high espionage, action-packed 80s world of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, brought to you by yours truly, Patronusgold, the resident Call of Duty fanboy of the Unholy Trinity. This year's game is developed by Treyarch and Raven Software, and is the 6th installment in the Black Ops sub-series, and the 17th in the overall franchise. To make this simple, I will be talking about the game in 3 sections: campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. This is a reflection of my time spent in the game over the launch weekend, so certain issues may be patched in the future, but this is also reviewed on the PlayStation 4, so I will highlight certain issues that may not be in other versions. Jumping straight into a non-spoiler review of the campaign, we launched back into the Black Ops universe after Black Ops 4 decided to ditch the campaign entirely. This one is set between Black Ops 1 and 2 and features returning characters such as Mason and Woods, alongside a brand new team to track down the Russian spy Perseus.
After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world.
Modern Warfare 2019 was my personal favourite campaign in Call of Duty history, managing to blend memorable characters and interesting war plot with typical Call of Duty fun. So to say that this campaign is almost as good as that one is significant. In fact, the hype for this story is what really convinced me to purchase this game, and if the campaign is the main draw for you too, you won't be disappointed with this part of the package. New additions to the typical Call of Duty formula really elevate this experience. They introduce a branching choice system that adds nuanced changes to the story, as well as multiple endings due to the final main choice. This also pairs well with the open-ended mission design, often with various side objectives and Easter eggs. A player customization system, while not even remotely extensive, is still a welcome addition. That also plays into the main narrative. The Safe House hub world also provides further exploration, with you being able to talk to the members of your team, adding more depth to your relationships, which allowed me to attach myself to these characters. In my opinion, all the characters are intriguing and emotionally investing, including those returning fan favorites, and a key standout being Adler. The hub world also allows for side missions, similar to that of Infinite Warfare, yet more impactful on the main story, with intelligent puzzles to solve in order to unlock these. The story itself is also gripping, with a tale of espionage and twists that feel right at home as a Black Ops title. However, I did find myself slightly let down by the finale, as it capped off this story fine, but had a less of a connection to future events such as in Black Ops 2, or to the shared Black Ops Modern Warfare universe that the devs had been building anticipation for. It didn't particularly make me wish for a sequel like Modern Warfare's campaign did. There are also various issues I encountered, including numerous bugs on the PlayStation 4, including visual glitches, excessive stuttering during the beautifully rendered cutscenes, crashes, and slight lag during the last couple of missions in the game. I'd also like to point out the graphics inconsistency, with some environments looking amazing even on my system, but other elements such as explosions looking far worse than the previous title. Overall, the campaign is held back from the greatness that the Modern Warfare story delivered, but is excellent in its own right through implication of player's choice and freedom unheard of since Black Ops 2.
Hardpoint locked down.
Undeniably, multiplayer is the main attraction to most players, and I'll cut right to the chase. This is simply not good enough. For starters, the gunplay itself, while not terrible, is miles behind Modern Warfare's smooth weapon handling. Guns feel very archaic by God standards, with some weapons, particularly snipers, personally feeling absolutely garbage. Weapons, like in most COD launches, are also terribly balanced, with SMGs and ARs dominating matches. Other changes include a sprint feature that I personally enjoy, the removal of the mount feature, which I think is a huge detriment considering the poor handling of weapons such as snipers. The time to kill is also increased, which slows the pace of my games a little bit more, which is to my detriment, though a health bar system is useful in gunfights as a result. Another change I enjoy is that of the rework of the score streak system. Rather than losing the progress made after a death, it carries over. This allows newer players to ease into games while sweaty lobbies are dominated by hardcore enthusiasts. Gun customization used the same gunsmith style as Modern Warfare and is just as satisfying as that game, although the camo grind is less rewarding in my opinion. The cross progression between zombies and multiplayer is also a big win for me, as well as the rank progression returning to a prestige system, yet more refined for my modern tastes. Finally, let's talk about maps and modes. On the map side, I would like to praise the devs at Activision for witnessing the mess that was the Modern Warfare maps and remaining faithful to classic map design while still feeling fresh. This applies to most maps, particularly great such as Armada and Moscow, while Cartel is a large camouflage shitshow. Although not to be dismissed so quickly was the inclusion of a map voting system that really helps. But what really pisses me off the most is the abysmal lack of maps at launch. There are currently a measly 6 6v6 maps and 2 additional combined arms maps, as well as 2 fireteam ones. By comparison, Modern Warfare had roughly 19 across its various game modes at launch. Just because post-launch content will be free shouldn't give Activision an excuse to be lazy. Moreover, in regards to game modes, we have the usual standard quick play modes, as well as the new combined arms, similar to Ground War, which in my view is the strength of the entire multiplayer suite, due to superb maps and a focus on vehicle warfare, rarely seen before in COD. There's also VIP Escort, that plays much worse than it sounds, due to the community generally not functioning the way it's meant to be played, and being almost hit upon arrival. As well as the Warzone-esque Fireteam Dirty Bomb, which in my opinion is a huge missed opportunity. Bugs are also rampant in the PS4 version of multiplayer, resulting in me being unable to switch guns or leave matches due to UI glitches, also causing me to lose some footage for this review. Split screen was also unplayable or really laggy at the time of review, which also ruined part of the experience. Anyway, my general consensus for Cold War's multiplayer is it's a bland experience that offers some enjoyment in a few well-designed maps, but a lack of content holds it back quite a lot.
One less.
Last but not least is this year's iteration of zombies. Though I'm not the biggest fan of zombies, I still enjoyed running through the Die Machine, a nostalgic trip into the reimagined World at War first co-op zombie slaughtering experience. I honestly had no problems with this mode. Playing with friends, or a friend in my case since no one has this game yet, was fun, and the selectable loadouts sped the game up, as well as the markers that made the Easter egg easier to follow. However, the lack of split-screen co-op is sorely missed. There are also other modifications in this mode, but my knowledge of this is limited, so I'd advise you check this out for yourself if you're interested. But once again, the lack of content here is unacceptable, especially when compared to the 3 free map offerings of Black Ops 4, or the many more Spec Ops modes in Modern Warfare. To make up for this, they added 2 more zombie encounters, a revived Dead Ops Arcade that is just as much fun as it was in Black Ops 3, as well as the PS exclusive Zombie Onslaught. I would also like to take a brief moment in addressing my disapproval of the PS exclusivity in this game, including the zombie mode and XP bonuses. For a cross-platform game worth $100 for all systems, this does rip off other members of the community, especially in a game already so barren of content. The mode in question is certainly much better than Spec Ops Survival Modern Warfare and may offer a couple more hours of fun with a friend, though it is not that overall impactful. This still doesn't excuse the year-long exclusivity, and Activision needs to stop this bullshit. All in all, Zombies is a fun experience, but is still incomplete like the multiplayer, and rubbish business practices plague the mode. Now moving on to my final verdicts. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War easily delivers one of the greatest campaign experiences in COD history, with the most free-form and customizable story, and a game that delivers a solid 5 hours of explosive action and room for replayability, though not quite delivering on its universe-colliding promises. Multiplayer is a step back for the shooter franchise and suffers as a result. There's some improvements and impressive map design to keep it from being completely stale. Zombies and its alternate modes is quite a blast as well, though with all of this said, I can't recommend the package at its current price at this point in time due to a variety of bugs, including much needed optimization for current gen, a sparse field of content, and unfair advantages for PlayStation. Once more seasons begin to roll in, maybe this could be worth your time, but at launch, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is a light 7 out of 10 from the Unholy Trinity. Thanks again for watching, and let us know what you think of this new segment. We'll be alternating between hosts based on the games we wish to review, as well as keeping our Through the Lens podcast going. Please leave a like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Ring that notification bell, and let us know what you would like for us to review next. See you in the next video. Bye!